By the way, at KTAR.com, but Zillow economist Nicole Bichot tells us
we're seeing in Phoenix over a quarter of homes had their list price cut in the
in the last month. The July housing report from Zillow found a $14,000 drop in the average home sale price from June to July in the Valley. But, well, the cost of buying a home may be coming down. Living in a home that you don't own, it's going up.
You said it, the rent is too damn high.
Yeah, the rent's too dang high, especially here in the Valley, because according to a new report from Bank of America, median rental prices in the Phoenix metro area jumped more than 15%, actually very close to 16% over the 12 months that ended last month, and jumped the most in the Valley of any large metro area in the country, and by a long margin, too. The Valley saw the biggest percentage increase of any metro. For instance, Atlanta in second place saw an 11% increase compared to our almost 16%. Number 3, Dallas saw a 10% increase. Those metros, though, are still above the country overall, which saw a 5.7% increase in rent year over year in July, which, by the way, was the most since 1991. And they're hitting all income groups and demographics. However, middle-income Americans and younger Americans are seeing the largest rent increases, and rents are expected to stay elevated this year because a lot of home buyers are priced out of the market amid rising interest rates, elevated home prices. We're seeing that trend start to change here in the Valley Metro, as I just mentioned. $14,000 reduction in the average home sale price in the Valley the last month. But here's where it kind of gets in the weeds a little bit, Jamie, and pull me back if I get too far into the weeds, okay? But the Phoenix Metro not only saw the highest percentage increase in rent, we also saw the biggest increase in the portion that rent makes up of our inflation. So it's what's known as the rent component of the Consumer Price Index. That was up 21% for the Valley.
Ooh, damn.
The national average was up 6.3%.
Wait, so it was more than 3 times the national average?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Welcome to
Isn't that
Phoenix.
crazy?
Yeah.
And the big, there's a couple reasons behind this. Obviously, it's less affordable for people to buy a home, so they're having to turn to renting, right? But you've also got all these remote workers. During the pandemic, they realized they can work from anywhere, and home can be anywhere. And so why not choose a more affordable city, which of course, ironically, is making those cities less affordable as more people move there. But the headline on all of this is that, according to Bank of America, median rental prices in the Phoenix metro area jumped more than 15% over the 12 months that ended last month, the largest increase by far of any large metropolitan area in the country. 7:18 now at KTAR.
KTAR News Health Update.
Monsoons can be trouble, especially for more than 1 million Arizonans who suffer from migraines.
Migraine is usually associated with headache, but it's really a complex brain disease.
Dr. Jennifer Robley with the Barrow Neurological Institute says weather-based effects on migraines are still being studied, but there are a few prevailing theories.
I really was going to start talking myself, but that's something that's of interest to me, and one of the main reasons I listen to KTAR. I think the morning news pretty much covered everything that needs to be covered. House prices going down, particularly new builds in far-flung suburbs. So if you want a recently built house that's way out on the fringes in Queen Creek or Buckeye, that's or Surprise, or that bit of newly incorporated Peoria that is out near Whitman. Those houses are starting to become pretty affordable. Not that I would want to live in any of those locations, but throwing it out there. Meanwhile, if you're a renter, life sucks. I wouldn't say life sucks, but I mean, it's expensive. I've lost track of how many people have been hitting me in the comments. I'm like, why don't you get a roommate? Why don't you get a roommate? Have you been following my vlog? I'm trying to get rid of the roommate. God damn. being able to support yourself and afford a place to live shouldn't be dependent on finding a roommate. People should be able to live independently. That should be something that's affordable to the general population. Period. Once you get yourself a roommate, and where are you gonna find it? It's easy to find a roommate. No, really, it's not. I've had so many bad roommate situations, not the least of which is the one I'm trying to get out of right now. And at least one thing I can say about Priscilla is the woman has never really stolen from me. And I can't really say that about a lot of my roommates. But, oh my God, I've had so many bad roommate situations over the years. In fact, I'd like to talk about a few of those when I get back with my Sip and Save drink. Pulling into the Circle K here at 40th Street in McDowell. This one's been kind of hit and miss on its soda fountain. I'm rolling in here, hoping for the best. By the way, did I say the date and time? I don't think I did. As I'm like over 6 minutes into the video. It is Monday, August 22nd, 7:21 in the morning, 2022.
Paying some of the highest prices in the nation.
God, I wish I had an easy way to, obviously I'm not leaving my keys in my car idling here or anywhere, but
will make families pay even more. Call Senator Markelli at 202-224-2235.
Oh yeah, because Senator Markelli listens to you when you call him, I'm sure. Anyway, sorry, at this point, I just feel like Mark Kelly's just a complete and total corporate puppet. But anyway, but I'm not even going to get started on that. I'm going inside, get my drink. Wish there was some way I could leave the radio on, although hearing crap like that makes me glad that I can't. So enjoy the view of the riffraff wandering in and out of Circle K. Maybe we'll get some fun weirdo homeless action on camera this time. There is a guy just to my right. He's barely in frame with a suitcase that looks like, honestly, looks like he's having some tough times. Probably the place for him to be is not standing in front of Circle K. It is 7:22 a.m. It's about 40 minutes before most of the offices that do provide assistance will be opening, and he should really be heading there. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta get my drink. And I'm back. Soda fountain reasonably well stocked and clean. In fact, I was stocking cups and lids, so that's good. Sure y'all see the sign right in front of me. Good morning, great deal, $2. I didn't notice that one on the way in, but I did notice another sign inside that was saying 2 breakfast sandwiches for, I think, $4. I think that's what it was. 2 breakfast sandwiches for $4. Don't quote me, might be wrong. Maybe it was $5. Whatever it was, it seemed like a reasonably good price. But for whatever reason, the only sandwiches that they have prepared right now for breakfast is are ones with sausage on them, and I am really not a fan of sausage. Yeah, they had like two different sausage and I had my choice between sausage and this or sausage and that, and yeah, not really wanting any sausage right now. I do want to eat something though. I'm freaking hungry. So didn't have any videos yesterday. Kind of slept through the entire. I feel like I slept the entire day, like all of it. I did say I was going to talk about bad roommate situations. I don't know. That's, oh my goodness, another little homeless encampment going on the right. I don't know if y'all saw that one. I guess I shouldn't surprise me. That's been kind of a gathering spot for homeless people lately, right there on the north side of McDowell, on the far side as you're coming out the Circle K. Oh gosh, where was I? Yeah, I was going to talk about bad roommate situations. I guess I should. That's kind of what I got started on. Although I kind of want to talk about like what happened Sunday, but I mean, in a nutshell, I slept. I slept a lot. Yeah. Priscilla went out to. Kind of wish I had joined her. She went out to. What do you call it? I forget the name. Went out to Gypsy's Hideaway and ran into one of my old coworkers who's kind of a borderline celebrity these days. Just hanging out, getting drunk, singing karaoke over there. At one point, she sent me a message and with a short video of the gal that we know over there singing karaoke. And I was just like, and I thought about going, and I was like, I'm tired, and I just rolled over and went back to sleep. But at least she brought me food back. I had a cold burger and some cold onion rings, but at least I ate something yesterday. Yeah, so you saw in the last video that I posted, ended up staying at what you call it, Osbar way longer than I planned. And had a good time, but I'm sure I kind of upset the guy that was doing the that was hosting the karaoke. There was just another one of those. There were several moments that happened where it was just really abundantly clear just how god awful Carafun is as a means for hosting karaoke. And he, and of course I was just like, yeah, this is crap. This is crap. Like, this is, the guy that runs the system. And I mentioned how much he had upset me the day before, which was also kind of a Carafun related thing. Not that Carafun made the guy an asshole, but just, Carafun was the root of the problem. Along with that guy being not very knowledgeable about how Carafun and karaoke version works and how copyright works. Ooh, look at this. Wow, it looks like somebody flew through that wall from the inside of the apartment complex. Oh, wow, hang on. I'm going to get out and get some footage of that. That's insanity. Dang. All right. So I'm at the home of the Whopper, the Burger King at 32nd Street in McDowell, and there's apartments right behind here. This apparently happened a while ago. Wow, the entire like wall, which is a super tall center block wall, is knocked out. Looks like they tried to make a barrier with like some temporary iron gate, and it looks like that got knocked down too. Look at this. I'm surprised Burger King is just leaving this on their property, laying like this. I mean, I would assume that this looks like this wall belongs to the apartment complex behind it, and it would be their responsibility. But I mean, still, all this brick on the ground is on Burger King's property, and they don't seem to be doing anything about it. Damn. Okay, this looks like it just happened because the dirt is still. Well, this looks like it just happened. I'm almost wondering if maybe this is weather related. Just because we've had because maybe the wall was weakened, by the accident that took out this, because you see this part's all laying on the ground. This part's all laying on the ground to right here, and this just happened. Yeah, we got a tree down here that's still alive. Oh, dang, this is crazy. Because you can tell like this part definitely happened from somebody hitting it from the parking on that side. And then they knocked a big hole, but this is, this area's been cleaned up and they put in a temporary fence. But you see the temporary fence is here, and this is where all this wall is on the ground. And you can just tell that just happened. I mean, because you can see all the debris, it was blown about by the storm, how it's trapped on the backside of those bushes and would have been trapped between the wall, and the dirt hasn't come down. I got a feeling this is weather related. This probably came down. I'd be willing to bet this came down in the storm. Wow, and it even took out that wooden pole which goes to this fence. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet money this is a result of, and there's some recycling that I can pick up and do my part to clean up the neighborhood. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet money that happened as a result of the storm last night. There was quite a storm last night. I haven't mentioned that yet today. In fact, I was up on time last night. I want to say I got up about 5:35-ish. Oh, I love apartment complexes that have this. Notice we've got regular sidewalk and we've got textured sidewalk and just a little small square of gravel and this extra fence between the apartments and the area of gravel. Yeah, this is an apartment complex that used to have a pool and doesn't have a pool anymore. So this is what got left behind. Oh, look, there you can even see a dirt hole where the pool filter used to be. Oh yeah, stay classy, Phoenix. Hey, on the bright side, for the people that live in this apartment complex, Burger King just became a much more walkable destination. Dang. That's some craziness, though. Wow, and looking at the tree, that just happened last night. So yeah, I didn't even really mention the weather. I don't know. Part of me is like wanting to talk about like what happened with talking about rising rents and and so many people are like, oh, get a roommate. No, that's the solution to that is easy. Get a roommate. Yeah, people aren't supposed to be living with strangers. That's not right. And I do want to talk about some of my past roommate debacles. 2 for 7. That all used to be 2 for 6, like 2 months ago. Looking to see if they got a sign. Oh, I do like this. This is nice connectivity to the sidewalk. That's a lot better than the usual fast place that has like a little wall between the sidewalk and the bus stops and the business to try to make try to make it less accessible for now hiring to try to make the place less accessible for pedestrians. I pretty much always drive to this Burger King, but yeah, pedestrian accessibility of this Burger King's really good. I was hoping on the outside they had a thing like promoting like maybe 2 breakfast sandwiches or something. Part of me's pretty hungry. Part of me's trying to stay awake and trying to stay awake and maybe do breakfast over at Bollock's. But no, I'm pretty damn hungry right now. I'm still tripping on that wall. That's really something. And at this point, I'm not even going to say negligence on the part of Burger King. I would imagine the people that came in this morning opened the store and didn't even walk over here and notice that. Because, I mean, why would they be walking over here, you know? Anyway, I gotta get some food in my belly. Just didn't really have anything I wanted at Circle K since everything was like warm breakfast sandwiches was like sausage this or sausage that. It's not a fan of sausage, never have been.
Burger King, can I help you?
Are you guys still doing the deal on the 2 breakfast sandwiches?
Yeah, we have the 2 for $5 or the 2 for $6.
And the 2 for $6 is a double, huh?
Yes.
You got the bacon, egg, and cheese?
Yeah, we could do a double bacon or we could do sausage and bacon.
Ooh, I don't want sausage. I don't like sausage.
So you want to do double bacon?
Yeah,
or
double.
We can also do ham and bacon.
Ooh, hey, there we go on the doubles. That sounds good. Hell yeah, ham and bacon.
Okay. Anything else for you?
No, that'll be it.
All right, it's going to be $6.52.
Sweet, thank you. Wow, I wonder if y'all could see the new screen on their menu. It had all these animations on it that were actually pretty freaking cool looking. All right, trying to find my dang Discover card. Oh, I better not have lost that card. That's not going to be a good day if I did. Uh-oh. I do not see my Discover card in my pocket. Oh, damn. Wow. That's not cool. That's the one that has the nice kickbacks for restaurants. Oh, at least I got other cards. I'll be fine. Get on that call Discover. It's missing.
652.
Oh, did you already run it? No. Can I change cards? I was trying to find that one and it was in the wrong pocket. That one has like 5% back on fast food.
There you go. I'll be right out, okay?
Thank you. Found my Discover card, just in the wrong damn pocket. That's not right. So yeah, there was a storm last night, quite a storm last night. So I woke up about 5:30 and had a text message from Priscilla saying she was unpacking stuff at her new apartment and organizing and stuff. And it's like, cool. I wish she was spending more time packing crap at my place to get it out of my place than would do her unpacking once that was done. But you know, the fact she's actively working on it is, you know, that's comforting. So anyway, she says, you know, want to get there before you leave for work. And I'm like, cool. And she did show up not long after I woke up, but about the time she got there is when the storm rolled in, and I could just hear the rain and the thunder and the wind and the stuff. And I actually started my day. I guess I should rewind a little bit to my Sunday. So yeah, after leaving Osbar, I went to I think I shot video of that. Went to Wander Inn. Oh yes, that was the last video. Yeah, met Priscilla there. Met a good friend of mine there. Wander Inn again, super dead on Saturday night as they were Friday night, but that's all good. I got a pitcher of beer. I got to sing a couple of songs. And Priscilla and my friend that was there got to sing a couple songs, so it was all good times for us. And he works graveyard shift as well, so I mean, this is not, you know, it's not late at night for him. It's the middle of his day as well. So invite him over to my place. He's already quite familiar with the with the mess and whatever. So it's just like, yeah, you know, we'll figure it out. Thank you so much. But yeah, he's already quite familiar with the mess. So you know, whatever. Although I did kind of warn him about the situation with the flooding in the hall. And God, I am so thankful. He actually went into the closet, the utility closet where the hot water heater is, and was able to get the water to it. And I didn't realize it was still oozing water out, and it wasn't oozing a lot of water out like it was, but yeah, there was definitely some water still coming out and still contributing to the part that's flooded. And he was able to get both of those valves shut down and get that taken care of. Of course, that means I've got no hot water now. I've had no hot water for a few days, and that sucks. But yeah, at least that's better. Yeah, the smell of the water in the carpet is not good right now. I'm trying to deal with that, and kind of angry at myself that I've spent so much of the last week or however long it's been since that problem started, and I've spent so much time just in bed being depressed and not wanting to deal with it, when the reality is that it's 100% my responsibility to take care of that. It's not going to fix itself. Obviously not going to fix itself, and my mentality is just hoping.
Arizona's Senator Mark Kelly is calling out California specifically to do its part to help save the Colorado River.
I'll give it a rest. Kind of me wanting her to just hurry up and get all her stuff out of the way so I can, call the landlord and have him 100% deal with it is kind of a pipe dream, because obviously she's not working on that, and I just need to get off my ass and make some effort as well. Anyway, after we all got back from the bar, I finally did that. Priscilla just basically, we were talking, actually before we left the bar, we were already talking about, I don't know how we got on the topic. We were talking about Gabriel Iglesias and just some of his different comedy specials. Have you never heard of Gabriel Iglesias? That guy's a hysterical comedian, also known as Fluffy. I like his brand of comedy a lot. He doesn't tell jokes as much as the man just tells stories, and it's just an epically great and humorous storyteller, complete with imitations of people and sound effects. And yeah, if you're not familiar with Fluffy, just type Gabriel Fluffy in the YouTube search bar. There's so much of his stuff on YouTube, and plenty. He's got, I don't even know how many Netflix specials. He's done a lot. But yeah.
ABC 15 statistics. This was the 22nd wrong way driver on a Valley freeway that's been reported by the media. Those 22 incidents have led to the deaths of 9 people. There are so many factors, though, that go into this. I don't know how you get to the bottom of all of them, but I don't think educating the public or adding technology and giant wrong-way signs to the freeways has made a whole lot of difference. So
sure hasn't.
I don't think the government's efforts or the efforts of us in the media will make much or enough of a difference going forward. That's why my primary responsibility to prevent these awful crashes happens after I take off my media hat and put on my citizen cap. We are all on the front lines in the battle against wrong-way drivers and their deadly ways. That's because the vast majority of wrong-way drivers drive the wrong way because they're drunk or high or both. I can't imagine living with the guilt that drinking and driving led me to kill someone else or wipe out an entire family. And I'm guessing the second most guilt-ridden person in a wrong-way driver scenario would be the person who knew the killer should have been stopped from driving and did nothing. It's sad that we have to talk about this at all, but we do, especially in the light of these incredibly awful meat grinder head-on collisions caused by impaired drivers. I get it. It's almost impolite to tell someone they're out of control, and it seems almost un-American to stop another adult from living their life the way they choose, but it also seems inhuman to know that I could have prevented someone else's death and did nothing because of my or someone else's feelings. And that's not just talking to someone about how they're out of control in the moment, like at a party or a bar and taking their keys or calling an Uber, but also being willing to have a really tough conversation about how their life is out of control and how they may need to seek help when they aren't out partying. For me, until I admitted I had a problem and asked others for help in the form of a group of people who used the 12 steps to abstain from alcohol and drugs, I didn't stand a chance of possibly avoiding a night of drinking that might have ended up with me going the wrong way down a freeway. Because, as many times as I've said it before, it's still hard to say it. I used to be a serial drunk driver. And until I admitted I couldn't control my drinking by myself, there was no chance of ever getting it under control. KTAR news time is 7:47. And it is time for entertainment news with Stacey Brooks.
Jim Sharp getting deep this morning. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so many wrong-way drivers, and he's not wrong. And the majority of them, the person that was going the wrong way on the freeway was wasted. So, yeah, I think a lot of that kind of also, why are there so many wrong-way freeway incidents in Phoenix? Yeah, do you know how many miles of freeway Phoenix has? Duh. Kind of a statistic thing.
The tour was originally scheduled to be in Glendale in 2020. It was postponed due to the pandemic. Tickets for the concert are still available.
Wow.
Phoenix pizza maker and James
Poison and Joan Jett. God, how old are all those people now?
Of Chef's Table Pizza. The series, which premieres September 7th on Netflix, features chefs from around the world whose creativity elevates an ordinary dish like pizza to an art form.
Oh.
Rome is playing Auction Pavilion.
Oh, man. I wonder if Priscilla's aware that Incubus is in town tonight. She's a huge fan. I like Incubus, but not as much as she does. But, speaking of Incubus, I got a couple really interesting videos of I believe the last time Incubus was in town on my channel. Long before I started this vlog. There are videos on this channel that predate this vlog. That was a wild night because this huge monsoon just rolled in during the show. And they ended up having to stop playing for a while because of it. But yeah, there's a video where you can hear Incubus and see Incubus performing, and I keep kind of panning from Incubus to this massive monsoon storm that is rolling in. As we're playing, it was actually Auction Pavilion as well, and wow, yeah, that was
Today's Patio. Visit Today's Patio for their
that was a a hell of a show, hell of a night, and hell of an experience. Just seeing I've been to shows at Auction Pavilion where it started raining or whatever, but never were a storm of that proportions just rolled in to the point we had to stop the show. And the wildest thing that happened, and I wish I'd have got some footage of that, but I was way too busy trying to seek shelter. The wildest thing that happened was sorry, brain fart here. The wildest thing that happened was when it finally started just pouring down. And I mean, we're talking just suddenly it went from a little bit of sprinkles to torrential downpour. Everybody on the lawn just jumped over the gate
I started going into the covered area. And it means, what could security do about that? You know, what should security do about that? You going to really deny people shelter in a storm? Hello. But yeah, they'd also step aside, and it just got so crowded under the covered seating. But anyway, God, I'd love to see Incubus again. That's so out of the budget right now. Anyway, I should wrap this up. I've been rambling for 36 minutes. Yeah, was really hoping to talk about some bad roommate situations, but those stories are all in my head. I can always come back to that. I got plenty of them. But yeah, well, I should get a roommate. How about I don't? How about I just work on getting my income higher, and ride this whole rent being so disproportionate to incomes thing out. Yeah, it's kind of disturbing that at this point in my life that my rent is about. That didn't sound good. It's kind of disturbing that right now in this point of my life that my rent is like 50% of my income. That's horrible. It shouldn't be that, but I mean it could be a lot worse. But yeah, it could be a whole lot worse. But I don't want to resort to having to live with a stranger that might, end up robbing me or leaving me high and dry with unpaid bills that I was expecting them to help me with, or moving in with a friend to find out that me and that friend just aren't friends after we live together and ruining a friendship over it. On that note, Bucky never called me back. Yeah, so that's where that's at. I don't know what that noise is, but it's disturbing. As for last night, yeah, I ended up, I think I mentioned earlier over the weekend that I got a text from Amazon saying that I had 3 VTO opportunities this week, which is crazy because I only have 4 shifts a week. I mean, they're 10-hour shifts. It's a full-time job. That's 40 hours. But I mean, still, okay. I'm just basically asking me to take the week off. All right. I mean, I appreciate it. I do. I said I was going to work all week. I was intending to. I really was. But, yeah, that storm came in. I was still kind of tired and groggy. And that storm came in and it was just like, I don't want to fucking drive in this. And I just went and took one of the VTO opportunities. Took last night off. Didn't expect I was going to just roll over and fall back asleep. I really didn't expect that. And then I was going to sleep until I don't know what that noise is, but holy shit, that's disturbing. Part of me wants to go look, and part of me is just trying to write that off as somebody else's problem and not deal with it. Oh, and in case you hadn't noticed, I'm working on my recycling. Not that there's any money to be really made on recycling these days. It's just something I'm kind of working on. Yeah, so I woke up at 4 a.m. Since about 4 a.m., I've just been kind of working on doing some cleaning in my room, because that's not even on Priscilla. That's just me, and I need to put more effort into that. But one thing I did when me and my friend and Priscilla came home, and she put on a Gabriel Iglesias special on her laptop, sitting on her laptop, sitting on my coffee table, because right now I've pretty much got the whole home theater system disabled, which is something I initially did to just kind of motivate Priscilla to not want to stay there, and she's just apparently content to watch video on her laptop. Yeah, I actually I took the role of shop towels, which, wow, talk about trying to put out a forest fire with a squirt gun. That didn't help much. That's kind of a waste of $5. But anyway, put the shop towels down over the wet carpet and pretty much emptied my hall closet of every towel and just bedding that I didn't particularly value, just to throw that on there and try to soak it up. And I do believe it helped, but not nearly as much as my friend getting the damn valves shut off. yeah, when I woke up at like 5:30 yesterday, my first thing was trying to pick up all that wet, since it had the time to soak up the water out of the carpet, picking all that up and bringing it out to the clothesline and try to dry off. And as I was doing it, that's when the wind started to kick up, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. And I just saw this storm just roll in out of nowhere. I'm like, this is not going to be helpful. So, as I expected, when I woke up at, like 4 a.m., I finally woke up at 4 a.m. All the stuff hanging on the clothesline is still soaking wet. Some of it is just blown away in the storm. It's gone. Whatever. None of those towels were of any particular value or nice. So, whatever. But, yeah, I'm making progress at that, but I just have such a long way to go. Anyway, I'm going to work on my recycling before it gets too hot this morning. But thanks for coming with me on the walk and the drive, and God, I feel like things are getting better, but it's just such a slow process.